Starbucks, Sonic, Chili's, Chipotle, Target. What do all these establishments have in common? They now no longer welcome guns. But whose fault is that? Dun, da, 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 dun, dun. Hey guys, this is Late Boy Scout on Vlog Thursday, and I want to talk about the recent news that Target just said, you know, we don't want people coming into our stores with guns anymore. This follows a string of news stories in which, like I said before, Starbucks, Chipotle, Chili's, Sonic, and I think there have been some others, have all said we don't welcome guns in our establishments anymore. And all of these announcements have come after people have clearly, you know, they've been on social media and other news sites or whatever, some clear instances of open carry demonstrations at those establishments. So it's not like they just came out like they're, you know, the founder of their company said, you know what, I hate guns today. Let's go ahead and put this statement out. It wasn't like that. It was like they got pressure from their customers. Okay, in each of these cases, I can't hardly blame the owners of these establishments because they are responding to the wants and needs of their customers, or at least to petitions put together by, what do they call themselves now? Moms for guns, moms, I don't know. I don't know what the moms are for now. But anyway, it's moms paid by Mayor Bloomberg to oppose guns, basically is the name of their organization. But they put together these petitions and send them to these companies and say, hey, you know, after these open carry demonstrations, it was pretty easy for us to get all these thousands of signatures, you know, because of these people that were scared by all the long guns that were walked into these restaurants or establishments on the backs of some fervent supporters of the Second Amendment. It wasn't hard for us to get these signatures of all these people that were scared, and now we want you guys to ban guns from your establishment. And they go, well, you know, I guess we're going to lose all these customers if we don't do that, so I guess we better. So once again, I can't really blame the owners of these establishments. So who do you blame? Well, I do think that Mayor Bloomberg's organization has got quite a lot to do with it, looking for ways to change social norms if they can't change laws, get establishments to ban guns if they can't get states and federal laws to ban guns. I do think that has quite a lot to do with it. However, what if we did not have those open carry demonstrations in those restaurants, in Target, in wherever they were? What if we didn't have that? Would those petitions still have been signed? Would those people still have been scared? I don't know. So it makes me wonder, did we as gun owners shoot ourselves in the foot a little bit by trying to normalize the view of guns and get people to sort of look at long guns, rifles, AR-15s, AK-47s, whatever it is you're carrying around, to look at those and go, oh yeah, that's a normal thing. It's just like carrying a purse. Or, you know, it's just like wearing a hat, or whatever it is. When, I'm sorry, but it's not. I just don't see it that way myself. Is that, you know, is our goal? I'm saying our because for the most part, I support these guys who are trying to support the Second Amendment. I do feel like they're not doing it exactly the right way that I would. That's absolutely certain. I have not participated in any kind of open carry demonstrations like this. It's difficult for me to articulate why, but I kind of feel like that's not what I want to do. I don't want to go there. I don't want to do that. I don't want to participate in that. And I've always felt that way. Again, it's hard to articulate the reasons why I don't think it works, but I don't. So again, I want to support these guys and say, look, I get that you're trying to normalize and bring greater acceptance for the Second Amendment and the appearance of rifles and try to get people not to be scared of them. I get that. I'm glad that you have a goal for that, but I don't think these open carry demonstrations are working. I think they're working against us is what they're doing. Don't get me wrong, in a training scenario, in an area where it's it makes sense to have my AR strapped on me. I love the feel of it. When I came back from front sight from my 4-day rifle course, I told my friend Steve, you know, because after I'd had my rifle not on my body for a few days, I told him in a text message, I was like, man, I miss my rifle. And I did. I loved walking around with it. I loved having it on. For some reason, it just felt really good to have that on me at all times. But that was in a training scenario. That was in a situation where everybody else had a rifle on them all the time. Walking to Walmart, walking through Walmart, through Target, going to dinner with my family, I can't imagine something more inconvenient and less comfortable. As it is, it's sometimes a struggle to keep just a single stack 9mm on me and feel comfortable. Not always, because I got a Joe Carden holster and those are super duper comfortable, but it can still be a struggle to kind of always be armed. And having a rifle on you makes it even harder. So my point is, I wouldn't do it. It doesn't seem practical by any standards to me. It's like carrying a machete around instead of a pocket knife. Doesn't make any sense. I do believe in daily carry of a firearm, but having that be a rifle with all the effects, potential social effects that has, does not make sense. Doesn't make sense practically, doesn't make sense socially. Open carrying, period, I generally don't want to do. If I'm somewhere where it makes a lot of sense, whether it be training or coming out of the mountains from a hunting expedition or whatever it might be, that's something else. But generally speaking, open carry, I'm not a big fan of it. I hope that that we can work out some way to sort of normalize and get people used to guns a little better. And I think that really it doesn't come. Here's a suggestion as I try to wrap this up. I don't think that comes from surprising people and putting rifles in their face. And that's really what's happening, because you're going to a place where people are not expecting to see them, and boom, they see a rifle on somebody's back. What are they supposed to expect from that, right? They're not planning on seeing it there. It doesn't make sense in that scenario. What makes more sense, if you want to get people used to firearms, you got to do it on a one-on-one level, one-to-one level. You and a friend of a friend, do it conversationally. You know, if you're having a conversation in line at a Target, or wherever you might be, and you're talking about guns the whole time, and people at the next table are overhearing you, and they see that you don't look like crazy people, but they see that you are talking about guns the whole time, or talking about your last trip to some training institute, or how you hit at 700 yards with your 308, or whatever it might be. Conversations in public, those are one thing, because that gets people to kind of, oh, turn around and he doesn't look crazy, but he's talking about guns. Oh, maybe I should think more about guns. Or you're talking to somebody you trust, and you're saying, hey, come over to my house and check out my new 308. Or come over to my house and check out the new AK I bought. You know, maybe they're cool with guns, maybe they don't know about guns, but they trust you. And so on, in a one-to-one, one-on-one scenario, you're slowly building trust, one person at a time. I think that is the way to do it. That is the way to get more people comfortable with guns, exposed to guns, and happy to see them. But putting them in people's faces when they're not expecting it, I don't think that works for anything, let alone guns. I'm a late Boy Scout. This is Vlog Thursday. It's been a long one, but I hope it's made some sense to you. Lamenting the Target decision or the Target announcement, hoping that more don't come. We'll see you guys later.